stream?
Yeah, so you texted me, and I didn't even know what the fuck you were talking about. Because you were like, you still think Marvel's dead and DC lives after that stream? And I said, what fucking stream? Now, do you want to dive in?
I thought you were being like, oh, like I'm in my peak. I'm not hearing that. Like, you know, I thought that's what you meant, but no, you generally had no idea. Um, I thought the Marvel, so for everyone who doesn't know, Marvel had a, stream going on that lasted like, what, like 4 or 5 hours? And it was basically shares with every actor that's going to be in Avengers Doomsday. And every like 15 to 20 minutes, they will move on to a new chair, add like a sound effect to let you know which actors, were coming back. And through this stream, we discovered that, I feel like a lot of these were like, well, duh. Like, of course they were gonna come back. But a few genuine surprises and a few, really out of left field. We could go through those, and I'll just say, as a marketing thing, I thought it was freaking genius because we talked about it the whole day. Do you know how much we talked about it all day? We have TVs in my office, and they were playing the stream in those offices as if it was news. Like, like they wanted people to be aware of what was happening. So, not gonna lie, um, it did brought back a little bit of that excitement for the MCU that I don't feel that it hasn't been felt in this last couple phases. So, you know, we'll see. Um,
May
we'll
I?
see how this. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that because it was a stream. You're right. A lot of people were watching it. But as far as excitement is concerned, like, and I'm well aware I'm the DC fanboy. I, I say this. I've heard criticism, and I will repeat the criticism of others, not my own, that it feels like that they're leaning mostly on nostalgia when it comes to this, with the exception with the inclusion of Patrick Stewart, Sir Ian McKellen, when it comes to Chelsea Grammer, and
Kelsey Grammer.
Kelsey Grammer. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
and a lot
Chelsea
of
Grammer is a whole different person.
fair enough. Sorry. Oh yeah, that's right. He's
Yeah,
the politician. Some bitch. Ugh. Anyway,
yeah.
that's just to say that one of the criticisms that I've been seeing from other people is the fact that it feels like they're mostly leaning on nostalgia rather than planning for the future. Would you say that's accurate? I would say I have no skin in the game, so I want your opinion.
I half agree, but it's the strong part of me that half agrees. Um, and here's why, and this is a criticism that will bleed into the actual review of the Electric State. I would be a whole lot more excited if the Russo brothers weren't directing this because I hate their shtick of saying things and showing things and then doing and showing like completely different things. I hate it. I personally think it's terrible. Show me nothing or just tease me. But lying, that's a trick that only works once. And showing that there's like all of these actors from the X-Men Fox universe, which that little tribute that happened at the end of Deadpool and Wolverine, that means nothing now. Bringing these actors back, either one of two things are going to happen, and this is like best case scenario. These are the one or two things that are going to happen. One, they show up at the beginning and they're killed off immediately, and they just so like, well, now what? Or this is going to be a Avengers versus X-Men, and Doctor Doom is like pulling the strings. That's like the only thing that I'm like picturing because like what even is this? If not that. I don't like that the original like Fox X-Men actors are returning. I think that's cheap. And I don't want to see Patrick Stewart die as Professor X a sixth time or whatever fuck how many times it's been.
I think a third time.
Um, yeah, like third or fourth time. That part I don't care about. What I'm excited about Tenoch Huerta Mejia being back as Namor. Simu Liu being back as Shang-Chi. Um, fucking the Thunderbolts, being coming back as this. Um, uh, don't care about Loki, honestly. I'm kind of done with Loki. I do like the inclusion of the Fantastic Four. A lot of names that were not in this stream. Doctor Strange was not here. Hawkeye wasn't here. Spider-Man wasn't here. I don't know why a lot of websites keep reporting that like, no, they're confirmed. Like they weren't in the stream, and I'm not going by what any other fucking website says. Like straight up, I don't care if someone says like, oh, Chris Evans. No, he's not. No, he's not.
No,
Shut the
Chris
fuck up.
Evans, as far as I'm aware, he is going to be in the film, but he has
He's not gonna come back, man. Like straight up. Like
not
I
as
am.
Captain America, maybe Captain Hydra. I
Oh my
hope. I want to be
God.
wrong. I want to
I
be wrong.
will.
I want Chris Evans to be the exception of like when I'm gone, I'm gone.
I don't. I do want. I don't want him back. Like straight up. I don't want him back.
I agree.
I
I don't want him back either.
Yeah.
I want him to be the one guy that I thought him and Tony Stark. I really thought him and RDJ were like, all right, we're done. We're outie.
Yeah. I don't like that RDJ is also back. But maybe if they don't show his face, it'll be okay. But no. Every other report that says like, oh, Chris Evans, oh, Haley Ad, shut the fuck up. They weren't in the stream. I don't give a shit about the people that were not in the stream. Uh,
So if they're not in the stream, they're not people.
yeah, they're not. No rights.
Oh
No,
oh my God, Cheva.
no rights.
You
Not at
can't
all.
just say that in 2025.
They're all white. It's okay. They'll still have privilege.
They're not all
And Cumberbatch, Holland, Haley Atwell, Jeremy Renner, Chris Evans, they're all white. What do you mean? Uh,
No, that if they're
anyway,
not in the stream.
they're not in the stream, yes. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Where are the Young Avengers? That is a real question. Where is Miss Marvel? Where is Kate Bishop? Where is Cassie Lang? Where are they?
I
Um,
I think we cannot have our expectations too high with the Young Avengers, considering I don't think they're going to use them, honestly. The Young Avengers would have been a great bridge Avengers film. Like if they had stuck to the original plan with Ant-Man being kidnapped by Kang, and then
yeah,
Cassie assembles the Young Avengers to go get him, that would have been a perfect introduction to the Young Avengers. That would have been ace. But
they're
no,
already.
they didn't have the balls.
You're not watching Daredevil, right? Like Born
No,
Again?
no.
Okay.
I'm down to watch it
Uh,
once I there's so much I'm trying to watch, man, honestly. I'm down.
okay.
Fuck, man. I'm trying to keep up.
Because yeah, they're connecting it right now to there.
The Young Avengers or what?
Yeah, the Young Avengers.
Really?
There's an episode where Matt Murdock goes to the bank and it becomes like a little bottle episode where like the bank gets uh ooh,
Rob?
yeah, it gets robbed. It becomes kind of like Inside Man. It's cool.
Oh, okay.
And the bank teller that's assisting him is Kamala Khan's dad from the show.
Oh, okay.
And they're talking and everything Matt asks him like, where are you from? And he goes like, oh, Jersey City. And he goes like, oh, I love Jersey City. And it's like, really? Like no one likes Jersey City. It's like, no, it's great. And you guys have like the that new superhero, right? And he goes like, oh yes, sir, we have our own Miss Marvel. And he has like a Funko Pop of her like in his desk because
The
it's his
dad?
daughter. Yeah,
I'm sure
it's
he's very
cute.
proud of her.
Yeah, he has like a Funko Pop of that. And he mentions like my daughter is in San Francisco right now visiting some friends, which like
Oh, okay, okay. Fair.
yeah. Yeah. They're starting to connect the dots. It's just little by little I think it's going to get there. Um I would have liked personally, I would have liked one movie of like maybe not even having a villain, but like the whole like getting together a new team would have been cool. Um Now we're gonna have like a full what year of speculation for this? Yeah, May 1st, 2026. So now all we have to do is just wait, I guess.
Wait, there's gonna be
Um,
a part two of the stream?
no, just this. I meant May 21st, 2026 is the release date of the movie.
Oh, my bad. I was wait a second. We're getting more? Like, what's going on?
What did you think about Channing Tatum coming back as Gambit, though?
It's not the worst fan service I've ever seen.
Yeah, it would have been worse if Deadpool and Wolverine were in this.
No, I think it's safe to assume they will be. I have zero doubt that they're not gonna repay Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds. I'm sure they'll be in Battle World or Secret Wars. I'm sorry.
You wanna put money on it?
Oh yeah, I'll put money on it right goddamn now. I know
You
they're
wanna
gonna
put
be.
money on it? Heck yeah, we haven't put money on something, I think, in a bit.
Didn't we put a taco slap on Shrek being a
Yes.
father-daughter story?
Yeah, that yes, we did.
And I
Um,
told Fernie about the bet, and he's like, "That's stupid. Of course, it's gonna be a father-daughter story."
I mean, it's gonna be a father-daughter story, but knowing how Shrek is, wouldn't it be make more sense that he's the fun dad?
No, would it make more sense? Probably, but that's not the more difficult storytelling method.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see in when is it, December? Does it come out?
Not this year, next year.
Shit.
Yep.
Okay, let's hope we're still friends by then. You wanna jump
Uh,
straight into it?
huh?
You wanna jump straight into it?
Let's go.
Thank you for welcoming us into your headphones. My name is Chema.
And I'm Eddie.
Reviewing the Electric State, and this is the rollback rage with the machines. An orphan teen hits the road with a mysterious robot to find her long lost brother, teaming up with a smuggler and his wisecracking sidekick. The Electric State, directed by Joe and Anthony Russo, starring Millie Bobby Brown, Chris Pratt, Ki Hugh Kwan, Jason Alexander, Woody Norman, Giancarlo Esposito, Stanley Tucci, Woody Harrelson, Anthony Mackie, and other colorful voices this time. Based on the graphic novel by Simon Stallenberg, a Swedish artist, musician, and designer who does really interesting retrofuturistic digital art, made this graphic novel, and then we're introduced to this world. This is one of the most expensive movies in the last few years, with a oh God, how much did this cost?
I think I saw somewhere it was 320.
$320 million, which went directly, of course, to our Netflix accounts. So, there was a lot of discussion about this, like this is the Russo brothers new movie after trying to continue their streak of making well, after Avengers they did Sherry and the Gray Man, which I'll say it, they failed to capture an audience, or at least a long-term audience, because it those movies were discussed that weekend that they came out, and then not a lot afterwards. Or I haven't heard a peep since then. You remember those?
The what?
Exactly. So, uh exactly. So now we have the Electric State, and I have strong thoughts, but not a lot of thoughts, if that makes sense.
Go on.
Oh, you want me to start? I'll start.
You
Okay.
start. Look, I've got a handful of very specific things to say. So no, you go first.
Okay. Before we start, I just want to give you like a little give you a little slap on the back there, man. I saw your video review on this, and I want to take a moment to tell you that that is your best work that you've ever done, like for this channel. Thought it was fantastic what you did there. Your writing has improved like greatly, and your editing skills have also gotten great. That I was watching it and I was like, this feels like a real video. Like
Th-
fucking
Thank
amazing.
you. I really
Yeah.
the Electric State video?
Yeah. Yeah. I thought you did great job on that, man. So congratulations. Yeah.
I
You
I
no like
appreciate it. Thank you.
no really like I remember like when we started like when you started doing those, I was like he's good at this, like, but I knew that practice was gonna was
Make
gonna
progress.
get you like, doing it more times was gonna let you improve, and you see a lot of improvement here, man. Your writing has gotten also like, I think, fantastic. So great job on that. Um, wish I could say the same about the movie. And so here's what I'll say, and I'll start with my positives here. Um, um, everything that works, a lot of what works comes from a Stalinhag as artwork. If you see his artwork, it's fantastic. Like it's amazing artwork. I have this obsession with size. Before you can make a dirty joke about that, let me explain. I love when size and dimensions and gravity is portrayed in art. One of my favorite examples of this is the video game Shadow of the Colossus. When you play that game, it's basically just a boss run. You're just fighting boss fights against giant creatures. And when you see them, you feel the size of them. You feel just how big they are and how not only how big you are, but how small you are compared to them. And very few movies capture this exactly. I think Godzilla Minus One captured it really well.
Mhm.
Uh, and I'll say this movie does that in ways that really pleased me. Um, there's the size, the movement, the scale, and of course the design of the robots, which comes, pulled. It's like they jump straight out of Stalinhag's artwork. I thought they were fantastic. That scene when they meet at the little shopping mall, that's like just all flooded with the robots. Magic, man. The way they all moved, the way they all felt, that little moment when they looked up and they saw like a really big one, like peek their head into like through the windows. I thought that was great. That made me feel like I was watching like ET or something. Like I thought those parts were great, man. Um,
I think I think that speaks to the Russos though. Like visually, they're great directors at visuals. I will give them that. Like stuff looks great.
Absolutely.
The Gray Man
This is
looked good.
I'll say it. I think this is visually their best looking movie.
I I
I think it's better looking than Endgame. I'll say it. Like I think it's like because look, remember when we talked about during the Wicked review that like I felt like movies were having this like weird sloppy filter, like the backlight was weird, like everything was always like the back was from the behind, so they always look dark from the front. The MCU movies have that problem as well. But this one, when you're outside and like the sun is hitting the characters, you see everything. When
yeah,
you're inside and it's dark, you still see everything.
yeah.
And like they didn't cheapen out. They could have done like, oh, it's dark, let's cheapen the CGI. No, it still looks great.
You're not
Every single robot in this movie looks amazing. It feels like they're really there. And I really, really like that. Like there's you can tell that they really put a lot of effort in making them like feel like they're actually there. Like you could just reach out and touch them. The robot that's partnered with Chris Pratt, Herman, who's voiced by Anthony Mackie. That whole scene where like he's like it's like a super like big one, and then like a smaller one comes out of the head, and then he just like a smaller one keeps coming out of his head. That was great. Also, like it looked like real, you know?
Did you,
Um,
quick question. When
yeah,
we're gonna jump around a minute for a sec. When he died at the end, quotation marks died, did you think he was actually dead, or did you think,
of
oh, this
course not. Of
I
course not.
I was like, oh hey, I respect that. They actually murdered someone. Then I was like, wait a second. Nah, there's a littler one, isn't there? So nah,
Yeah,
that makes sense. Sorry.
yeah.
Just,
There's there's
just
there's,
like
there's always a
that
big
was
one.
cute.
Yeah, yeah. So no, everything regarding the robot design, which of course comes from the original artwork, but like the commitment to making them feel as big and to have like that density be ever present. Uh, Wonderful stuff. I thought, sadly, I think it's wasted in this movie, but I never got tired of seeing that. Like every time the movie would cut to just two humans talking, I would be like, get the fuck out of there, like bring them back. Um, but everything else I thought was great, and that part there. Um, what else? What else?
What did you
For
think?
example, yeah, go
Uh,
ahead.
so,
No, go ahead.
what did you think of the Russo? Like, so the film opens with like this one long montage that kind of explains everything. Like, oh, the robot war, the exile, they did everything. That bothered me. I
I was ready to turn it off during that montage because I was like, the Russos are not. They don't have the. How do I say this? How do I say this without
storytelling
sounding
chops.
mean? They're not smart enough to tackle that kind of subject.
Damn. Okay.
I'll say
Okay.
it.
That
I'll
was
say
that the
it.
nice way of saying it?
I am. It's the medium way of saying it, I guess. It's just that, with all the respect to the Russos, 'cause I did like Civil War, and I did like Infinity War, and I did like Endgame, and I did like those movies. Um, you're taking a huge leap from going to that because like Cherry was bad. I thought Cherry was a very bad movie. Like
Was
they
Cherry
could
the
have.
one with Tom Holland where he's like a thief or
He's a
something, or a robber?
no. He's a soldier with PTSD.
Ah, okay. Is he the one that goes to
Yeah,
jail and comes out and then his girl's still waiting for him?
yeah, that's the
Okay.
one. And I thought like, look, as someone that you know, I interned a little bit with some soldiers that like came back and like had PTSD. Like that was part of my not. I was gonna say community service, but it's not really community service. But it was like an internship.
Yeah.
I thought they did a terrible job in like portraying it. Um, so when they started, and I was like, all right, we're tackling robo racism. I was like, ugh. Like
That
I mean, I'm open for them to surprise me, but like it's not. No, no, it's not. They're not gonna. They didn't do a bad job, but they didn't do a good job. Like, does that make sense? Like, it's not
I don't think they fuck. In the hands of a better director, this would have been such a good movie.
in the hands of like maybe like I don't want to say Spielberg, but like who's like the new
I
Spielberg? Like,
literally jumped to Spielberg actually. Like I was like, he
Yeah,
with this movie, with this material, with this budget, fuck. He would have eaten. He would have feasted for days on this. But
yeah, and
he's
like
respectfully more a more capable director.
yeah, and also like I'll say it, we've seen this story before,
Have we?
you
I
know.
don't remember.
Oh, you're gonna get mad when I tell you.
I wrote
Young person from nowhere, gets a robot, goes to an adventure, finds a smuggler that has a partner, and
go.
they're gonna. This is not sounding like Star Wars at all to you?
I
Like,
thought Star Wars, but then I was like, but where when did she's trying to sleep with her brother?
I mean, this part wasn't capable of. Um, and that's also like a big problem, which is like the story is a little basic, but in a good way. This can be a way where like if you structure this well, the tropes can be used correctly. It's like Nightmare Before Christmas. Like Nightmare Before Christmas works because of the world that it inhabits and the aura that it gives, not so much the story or the characters. It's more of like if you give a simple character a good design, you make it memorable. These human characters are super not memorable. Um, Chris Pratt is doing his Chris Prattisms, and he's doing what he always does, and Millie Bobby Brown is just not doing much. They have no chemistry in this. They every piece of dialogue that they share, I feel like it's AI generated. It's just they're not matched well at all. They really feel like they're just like, hey, you have a contract with Netflix that you need to fulfill, and you will, of course, we're gonna use you. Like you're the guy that we have to get for everything. So it's kind of it. I don't know. Maybe like newer actors could have like done better with this script, but like it's kind of hard to see them and see them do something else.
I didn't
S-
hate. their combo. I just thought they lacked a lot of chemistry together. It's weird because like it feels like Mackie and Pratt have like chemistry, but it feels like Millie Bobby Brown is oddly like just there.
I feel like Mackie can have chemistry with anyone that that he shares a room
Oh
with.
shit! Can I tell you a funny story
So,
about Mackie that Fernie shared with me?
oh yeah, go ahead.
So real quick, so when filming 8 Mile, Anthony Mackie, when they were getting ready for the rap battle between Eminem and Papa Doc,
Yeah.
Eminem was like, "Hey man, I don't know anything about you. Like I know nothing about you for this rap battle. Like let's talk." So apparently they sat down and hung out for like 2 hours and had a conversation. And Mackie was like, "Oh man, this guy's cool. This guy's awesome." So they go to do the rap battle, and everything that this motherfucker is saying is about Anthony Mackie, not Papa Doc. Like Clarence Soul lives with both parents, and Clarence's parents have a real nice marriage. Motherfucker, my parents do love each other. I did go to a private school, you son of a bitch.
See, Mackie has so much chemistry with anyone that he doesn't share a single line of dialogue with M in that scene, and he still has chemistry with him.
I don't think
Like
Papa
that's
Docs has a single amount of dialogue in that whole film.
no, he just stands there and he looks defeated and he leaves.
Like fuck. But yeah,
Yeah.
so funny story. Anyway,
Yeah,
um,
and like so I like Mackie. Like I'll see him in everything. I wish his voice wasn't as distorted for the robot. I understand why, but he has such a peculiar, and I'll say it funny voice
mhm.
that like why not take advantage of that? Um uh a lot of the talent I think in this movie is very much wasted. Kyu Hui Kwan, who is just it's like he overdosed on a bottle of charisma. Like that man is just I don't awe very often, but I awe every time I see that man. And I think he's wasted in this movie.
I
Um,
you know,
I'm glad he's getting jobs everywhere, but like,
you know, I can't help but feel like there's a better version of this film without the dark cloud of let's just talk about it. Dead Brother. I feel like if it had been a different story with amazement and wonder, like there's a scene, and I'm well aware it's not the best movie ever made. Wonder Woman 1984.
yeah,
There's a scene where they're traveling in a jet, and there's fireworks going off all around them, and Wonder Woman is just amazed by it. Like she's like, "Oh my
yeah.
God, this is beautiful." If we had had more like, oh my God, these is beautiful moments like that with the robots, with the robot world in general, if it hadn't come down to, oh, she has to unplug her brother, and instead, let's go find him. And the movie ends with them finding him
Mhm.
and he wakes up. If that's how the movie had ended, I think it would have been better on a happier note instead of saying goodbye. I understand that there is a want and a desire to go into these dark places. That's
Yeah.
admirable on some level, but sometimes when your one of your main protagonists is fucking Mr. Peanut,
Oh yeah.
maybe take the easy way out and have the happy ending. Not the right ending, but the happy one.
Mr. Peanut Boys by Woody Harrelson also, which is like fucking fantastic. Like, can you imagine being in that booth with him just in that, just when he's doing that? Crazy, man. Um, yeah, movie I think makes a lot of bad decisions, and that those decisions are very much ever present in the story, in the dialogue, in the casting. If only the digital effects and the practical effects, which I assume they were a bit there. Hell, that final fight with like all the soldiers versus the the robots, it looks awesome. Like it looked really good. I like the structure of it. I like that I could see a lot, but like why are these actors here? Like, why is Stanley Tucci here playing like the villain? Why is Giancarlo Esposito playing the same character that he always plays? Why is Coleman Domingo here? These are all great actors, and they're just there to like do. How much is Netflix paying them? Like, what is happening here? The person that I think does the best job is Alan Tudyk voicing the robot of the brother, who genuinely looks and sounds like he came out of a cartoon from the 90s, you know? And there's just not a lot here, man. Like the lesson is there. It's
Hollow?
hell, hell. We had Ready Player One a few years ago, and it feels like it's the same, like it's the same but not as fun. And I don't know. The sad thing is that this cost a lot of money. Like it cost a lot of money, and we're not gonna talk about this probably ever again. It's not gonna have legs. It's not gonna like make a big splash. Here's how bad I think it did. Um, I don't trust the Netflix top 10. My conspiracy theory is that Netflix puts them out in the way that they want to, just to like make people like talk or discuss or like or so they can say it has been in the top 10 for all these weeks. Like we can see those numbers. We can see how that shit is measured.
No, yeah,
Um
they're notoriously secretive.
yeah. So when this movie debuted, it debuted at number two. It didn't debut at number one. So like what the fuck's even happening, you know?
But
And
even
also
Netflix
like
is like, ah, we're not gonna lie about this one.
yeah, like not even like and also like I didn't see any discussion like in social media besides like people like me that care about this to like follow up. I didn't see people that like, for example, that liked Stranger Things and were like, let's go support Millie Bobby Brown in this. Nothing, um, nothing. Like it came and went, and I've seen more discussion regarding like the lasting effects of this of like the fact that it cost like a ton of money. Did you know that with the budget of this movie, you could make Anora 53 times?
I don't know if I'd want to make it more 53 times.
I'd like to make it like twice. And
I feel like this movie with better director and unknown actors could have been 150 and spawned a franchise.
I don't know if I want to see a franchise out of this. Have you
Exploring
heard
the
of
world could
the
have been great.
what's up?
I would argue exploring this world could have been great. Like there are grounds for a great big world here.
Have you heard of Tales from the Loop?
The what?
The Tales from the Loop.
No.
So Tales from the Loop is a show. It's on Amazon. It's 8 episodes, and every episode is a different story. It's like a interconnected lives about people in like a small town, and the episodes are based on this guy's art. So there is another adaptation of this guy's art. It's just and it's just, somewhere else and it looks great. Do you like if you like this kind of art, there's there's adaptation that represents that. Um
Then I need
I
to.
would recommend I would recommend everyone watch Tale from the Loop instead of checking out The Electric State. I think it's much better adaptation. It's very faithful to his imagination, and it just looks really cool. I highly recommend everyone checking it out. So when you say franchise, I say just check out Tales from the Loop. It already exists, you know?
Fair.
Yeah,
Also real quick, Netflix desperately needs a franchise, so I don't know why they don't,
they
expand
have
it.
One Piece.
No, I mean they Netflix needs a Netflix franchise. That's why they have
Mhm.
trouble keeping up with Disney. Because Disney can market and sell the shit. You can buy Funko Pops from Disney characters. Name a
Yeah.
Netflix character. They should have done that with Anora. I'm not Nora. I'm sorry, with Naya? Oh, what's her name?
Oh, you mean shoot, how am I forgetting that one?
Starts with an N.
Nimona.
Nimona. Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
they should have franchised her out. Like, make plushies, make Funko Pops, do a follow-up film. But no, these fucking idiots. The second Stranger Things dies, they die.
Could be.
They just
We're
ended
gonna
Karate Kid. Why the fuck are you not, or sorry, Cobra Kai? Why are
yeah.
you not investing in your next big franchise, you dipshits? Just let me run Netflix, and I will run Disney out of business.
Uh,
We start with the documentary, and we work our way from there.
okay. Um I don't know, man. I think this movie was a money laundering scheme, and we'll see how it ends up because how the fuck did this cost more than Infinity War? How?
They paid, from what I understand, they paid Chris Pratt a stupid amount of money and Millie Bobby Brown.
I'm kind of okay if I don't see either of them in a project ever again. I'm kind of done with them.
I think, I like Enola Holmes.
Did you see Enola Holmes 2?
Yeah, it was a little cringy at the end, but it's okay.
What, you didn't like when
This,
Watson showed up?
no, I hated the speech.
Oh,
Yeah, we
yeah,
can
speech
go.
was bad.
Like, God damn it, y'all can do something. Y'all can write something better than this.
Yeah,
I can write something better than that.
I'm
That's
not a
what it
fan of
is.
I'm not really a fan of Millie Bobby Brown, and I'm kind of done with Chris Pratt and his shtick. I think only James Gunn can make like the Chris Pratt thing work, and Parks and Recreation. So I'm kind of okay if I don't see them again. Same thing with the Russo brothers. I'm really worried about about Avengers, but it's okay. I'm open to liking and enjoying other projects. It's just Jesus. I don't know. Netflix should focus more on doing shit like Adolescence, which is kicking ass right now, instead of something like this, which is having a lot more legs than this. But yeah, but that I don't have any more to say. I think it's kind of a waste of time. If they made like a cut and it's just the robot scenes with no dialogue and just like organic sound, I would have that playing in the background like while I'm doing stuff. I think it's really cool to see. Um, it's just kind of a waste
Yeah.
that it went to a project like this. Yeah.
All right.
What do you think?
Well, no, I agree. I guess final thoughts for me. I mean, it's not the worst film in the world, but it's a movie that lives in the realm of shoulda, coulda, woulda, if that makes sense.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. It's just mm, doesn't create a lot of feeling, and that kind of sucks when like a piece of art can't do that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
No,
just leave it at that. If you feel like our review ended very abruptly, well, so did the movie.
fair. Um, but yeah, next week, do you want to shoot for Arcane? Let's see. Maybe I can do season one at least.
Sure, yeah. Have you started?
Nope.
Okay. Just let me
We'll
know
find it
if
soon.
you, yeah. If not, we can try with a different project, and we'll go through there. All right, man. Well, this was a lot more fun than watching the movie. I'll tell you that.
Shit talking was a lot more fun than actually watching it.
Well, that's why we do it. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. My name was Chema,
I've been hitting.
and this was the Rollback. Signing off with
Don't
watch Tales from the Loop. Watch Tales
watch
from the Loop.
watch more original properties. They're not doing well in the box office. Bye, everyone.